Very nice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journeys of high achieving business owners and music artists who share with our audience the importance of building a strong community of like minded individuals on the road to greater success. Today's show it's a collaboration between In the Know 360 and Epure. Epure
Okay.
is a Virginia born and raised recording engineer, producer, and artist that happens to have a very fun love for pigeons.
Yeah, this is
I
very
love the bird. Bird is the word.
that
Um,
is
he has years of experience as a recording engineer and producer. Epure brings you musical creations to life by combining technical expertise with a creative touch. Yes, he does. From capturing the perfect sound of crafting a polished, finished product. Epure's dedication to excellence ensures that your music reaches its full potential. Epure's passion for music shines throughout every project, making high quality recording and mixing accessible to all. And I also wanted to note, being in public health, he does have bedside manners.
yeah.
Welcome, Epure.
Hello, hi, how you doing? Thank you for having me, Matt. I'm very happy to be here. Very proud and honored. Yeah, I'm really doing.
Thank you so much. It looks like Lena Red is here joining us. Thank you for joining us, ma'am.
Hey, how you doing?
So, I have several questions for you today, sir. No
Mhm.
pressure. But the
No,
first one
chilling.
is who or what inspired you to start your music career?
Hmm. I would. Okay, so it started pretty young. I would just say music itself. I remember hearing a lot of Kanye, a lot of Michael Jackson. My brother was also rapping, so my brother is definitely one of the inspirations that started it. He was rapping. I was really into like DJing and just music back then, so I was really more so into DJing than producing back then. But more, my brother kept getting into the rapping. I was like, yo, I'm gonna make beats for my brother, you know. So then started getting into producing. I was very young, and it kind of just took off from there. Just the things around me. It's very blessed to be around it.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Definitely keeping it in the family.
Definitely, definitely.
That's great. And can you recall the exact moment you knew you wanted to pursue this career path?
Hmm. Um, I would say I'll probably say it'd probably be like around like probably when I was like in high school, maybe even younger than that. I just used to go to a lot of parties with my parents, and I just always be watching the DJ.
Oh,
And it's just like any event that we go to, I'm just so focused on what's going on backstage, like where are all these cables going to, like what is the engineer doing, what is the DJ doing. So I realized that that's a thing. I'm over here just making noise, but like you can actually make a living off of this stuff. Like it's for real. Like there are jobs out there for this stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I made the decision, just leading up, growing up until recently. I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna go into this like full force, full like head on, all like everything. Like I got everything sunk into this, and I'm just gonna focus on this and see what happens. So yeah, I would say probably like about recently, but just growing up, I just kind of, I guess, I got that push to recently do it. So now it's just a full time thing. So yeah,
oh, wow. Yes, it's nothing like the present.
yeah, seriously.
That's for sure. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up.
Mm, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So, what challenges have you faced during your journey in becoming this music artist?
Mm, challenges have I faced? I feel like I faced a lot of challenges, kind of just trying to figure out how to navigate the space. Trying to figure out how to like monetize or like how to make the most of your time, how to pick up on everything really to keep up with the times. make sure
Yeah.
that you're still afloat, I guess you can say. I feel like that's the greatest like challenge that I have. But I think the one thing that like keeps me through it is just like knowing like, yo, this is like we're doing it. Like just remember, like, yo, like this is what you wanted. This is what you've been like talking about all these years when you're little, like, yo, you're doing it. So, you know, let's get with it. So I just keep reminding myself, I'm like, yo, like this is what it's like. This is what it is. So let's, I just kind of push myself.
That's so true. Yeah. It's like sometimes we get into that whole third day, right? Where
Yeah.
do I really want to do this?
Yeah. And
Am
then
I
you're like,
doing this?
oh yeah, yeah, we do want to do this. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. It
Mm.
takes work, man. It takes work. Work hard, play hard. That's what my mom
Oh
said.
yeah. For sure. I see you working hard over there now.
Thank you so much. I'm
So,
trying, I'm trying.
how have you persevered despite these challenges?
Um, just remembering that there's a goal. I have a goal. The one thing, like, yo, we're gonna do something with this music. We're gonna make sure that everybody that we're working with is good and taken care of. Make sure that people hear this music
Mhm,
and they get compensated for this music that they're working so hard for, that we
mhm.
created together. So I just remember, like, yo, that's that goal. And just remember that, yo, we love music. Like, you remember why you started doing this. Like, you started doing this because you love music. As long as there's music out here, I'm still gonna be doing this. So I just gotta remember that. That's all. Nothing. I can't let anything distract me.
That's so true. Music is love and it's universal for sure.
Absolutely. Seriously.
It brings people together like food.
Yeah, dude, it's universal language. Universal language. Like you could be from a whole different world, whatever.
Right.
Put on some music. I promise you, by the end of the night, you're gonna have at least like 10 friends. It's
Yep.
crazy.
So, what was your best collaboration?
Dang. My best collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this artist that I work with. His name is Astro Davis. He's a very good artist, amazing photographer, amazing director. Been working with him for years. We have this project called Birds of a Feather. It's on all platforms, Epure and Astro Davis. Birds of a Feather. That one's pretty good because all the beats were produced and recorded. Everything was recorded here in the studio, and we kind of just, I think it was like a 6-track EP, and I like it because it's like each track it's like him and then me and then him and then me, and it's like back and forth, nice camaraderie.
Oops.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really like the synergy. The synergy in that project was really nice. Like I really enjoyed it. It was really fun when we were putting it together. So that I would probably say it's probably one of my favorite projects, collaborations to date. I know there's gonna be a lot more, but that was a very memorable one.
Oh, oh, okay. I think we had got cut off or something for a hot second, but
Oh,
I,
okay.
um, I think we pretty much got that
Okay.
information with the birds of a feather, right?
Yes. Yes.
And what was your take on that as far as like overall? What was the best thing that you liked about it?
The best thing I liked about it was the way, really, again, I think I would just say the synergy, like the way
Synergy.
that he got on the beats and we
Uh-huh,
worked together nicely. Like he flowed perfectly
uh-huh.
with the beats because I didn't really tell him much. That's usually how we work. I was like, yo, check this out, here's what we got. He's like, yo, let me hop on that. I'm like, okay, cool. And then as we're working, I'm like, okay, so here's the concept, and then we throw it in there and we just like
Wow.
it just came together. And it's like you listen to the EP, and it's like it's all transitions. Like you can listen to the whole thing through, and you probably won't tell that the song is skipped. You probably be on song 3 by then.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of how I like engineered the thing. I want it to be like no skips. You can just enjoy it. So
Oh,
that's how well that the songs work together. Like I just love the synergy, the track list, the way that we worked. You know, it
yeah.
was really nice. I like when we do things like that together, and that's really how I like to work with most of my artists. It's like we're working on something together, and it should just flow. Like we're
Yeah.
having fun. Like yes, it's business, but we're having fun. you know,
Yeah.
like, so yeah, that's the one thing I loved about that.
That sounds good. It's like I love coffee, so it's like taking coffee and putting caramel and you know oat milk
Mhm.
or something, and
Right.
then you can jazz it up
Yeah,
during the
right, jazz
fall
it up a little
season.
bit, get just the right mix. Oh, dude, it's a perfect drink right here. Exactly. You know,
See,
do
I
that
did.
sometimes a little bit sometimes. So,
See, now I need to stop by at Starbucks again. So,
mm.
who is Epure?
Epure.
Yeah.
Epure is a man that goes by the name of Tesleme Lamin, and he loves music.
Hmm.
He likes to work on cars. He
Oh.
likes to work on computers. He does a lot of tinkering things with his hands. So he's always busy doing something. He currently has like two computers open in the other room, taken apart, and an Xbox that needs to go back together. He's just a tinkerer, man. He's just always around doing something. Loves music, loves food, loves to grill, loves to
Huh.
grill. I love grilling. Grilling is nice. Yeah, and he just loves life. There are a lot of things in life you should be thankful for. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's who he pure is.
Wow. Okay. So, what type of food do you grill?
I love steaks. I love grilling steaks.
Uh-huh.
I like to grill salmon. I'm not sure if people do that, but I like to grill
Huh.
salmon. Sometimes you just got to get it really nice and oily and like perfect. You can't leave it on there for too long, you know. You don't want to burn
Yeah.
it, you
Right.
know. Yeah, but yeah, I just really like grilling steaks. I like getting it right, you know. I just like
Okay.
it's a lot like mixing, you know, like mixing music. I'm grilling them. It's just like mixing music. You got to get just the right
That's
amount of
funny.
time, the amount of temperature, the right amount of seasoning. You put too much salt, you got too much bass in the mix. You put too much cumin, you got too much
Oh.
hot in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like that.
Right.
So
Yeah. Definitely. So, do you read or play an instrument?
yes, I do. I play a few instruments.
Okay.
My favorite instrument is the piano. But the
Okay.
crazy thing is, I can semi read sheet music. It's like
Oh.
if I'm put on the spot, it might take me a little bit. But if I look at it and I'm like, okay, but I can kind of read sheet music. My favorite instrument is the piano. I have a trumpet right here. I used to play the tuba. I used to play the flute, which I have to pick up. That just got
Wow.
refurbished. It's just waiting for me, and I miss it. I need to go get it. Got the
Yeah.
flute. I play the guitar incorrectly, but it works. And I play the drums every now and again. Yeah, I really like instruments. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow. That's dope. Yeah. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, I have my clarinet. It's
No,
rusty. It's sitting over there in the corner. And even
no, I'm not. Get it repaired. Start playing again. It's okay.
so, what steps do you take when creating music?
Um, well, when I'm creating music, really, I kind of just it usually depends on the day. Like, let's say
Uh-huh.
if I have like an idea already, because ideas kind of just flow through like all the time. I can't, you know, it just happens. So I kind of like write them down or record them on my phone.
Mhm.
So sometimes I'll come in with that idea, or I'll go off of that. Or sometimes, let's say if I'm just like trying to build up like a sample pack, or I'm just making a batch of beats, I'll just
Mhm.
go in and I'll just be like, okay, here's what we're doing. I'll just start playing something on the piano, or I'll flip through some things, or I'll just listen to some music, get some inspiration, some samples, something like that,
Mhm.
something to start off of. And I'll just start making patterns and stuff, build off of that. And then once I reach a spot it's usually like 16 bar loops I usually
Ah,
make. Like I like little idea drafts, because I don't want to spend too much time on one thing.
right.
So like I'll make like a little 16 bar loop, and I'll do most of the changes and everything there, and I'll stop and be like, dang, I don't know what else to do on this. Cool. I'll move on to something else. We'll start fresh again, and then we'll just, what I'm saying? It just keeps happening. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is, and I pray that ability never goes away. But it's like, you just move on to the next one. You know, until
Okay.
we have about like 5 or 6 or 10, whatever. And
Mhm.
then at a later time, whenever I'll probably go out, live my life, whatever, do whatever.
Mhm.
At a later time, I'll just sort through everything that we've done, and then I'll arrange everything, and then we'll do the arrangements and then all
Oh,
that. And that's how we kind of have get like the batch of things going. You know what I mean? Um, let's say if I have a artist in the studio, sometimes we'll just start from scratch, or we'll just flip through that little idea box that we just made a couple
right.
days ago, a couple hours ago. Be like, yo, I want that one, and we'll build off of that one. So we always have something to play with. It's like a sandbox. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
And everybody plays nice.
exactly. Everybody plays nice. That's the rule
Right. No
for
throwing sand at each other, okay?
exactly. No throwing sand. That's the number one rule with the birdhouse. Yes. Mhm.
So do you like a virtual or in-person platform and why?
Virtual or in person? I
Yeah.
would say both. I love both. I love being in person because it's like I like to like meet people. I'm pretty outgoing, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of introverted at times. I like to be by myself. So I also enjoy the virtual. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I really love streaming. I used to stream like back in the day on like Stickcam and Justin TV and stuff like that when like chat rooms and webcam rooms and stuff like that were
Oh wow.
popping. I used to like beatbox and like DJ on stream. I thought that was fun. So I really enjoy that, like I really enjoy doing that like online in the comfort of my own home. It's like everybody's here with me, that's great. But I also really love being there in the crowd, going crazy on, meeting everybody, performing and stuff like that. So it's like I love both really. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was a vibe over, I think, was it the Gulf Ultra Lounge or something like
Yes.
Ultra? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Gulf Ultra Lounge.
Yeah, that was dope. Um, so think back to a situation, right, when it was difficult to meet a project deadline. What did you learn from that experience?
Hmm. Definitely learn that you need to communicate with people.
Mhm.
Communication is key. Communication is key. Um, Dang, I'm trying to remember that there's a certain time where I had a project and there was a deadline and we were waiting for like track outs and I lost like half of the track outs like right before it was like almost ready. So I
Oh
was
wow.
like, yo, I know you guys are expecting this thing to be ready, but I'm gonna need like maybe like a day or two to just like look through my computer because I know we can't record everything, but I know I can get these backups back. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you want to do if you want, but here are the options that we have. Or here's what just happened. I apologize, but we gotta like, I don't want to delay. They're actually really cool about it. They were actually really cool about it. Obviously, they were like a little upset, but they were really cool about it. Like, yo, thanks for
Yeah.
telling me that's cool. There were certain things that we did have to re-record, but I mean, it really was nothing crazy. And it still got delivered on time because as I was like frantically panicking, I'm like, oh God, like the backup was like ready. And I'm like, oh bet. And they all came back. I got everything tracked. I was like, oh God. I even threw a little bit of spice on there. I like to throw like ad libs or like I go play the piano back there, like add some little
Yeah.
like mastering pizzazz or whatever to the songs and stuff like that. So I even had time for that. So it's like you just always gotta remember to communicate and keep backups. Keep backups.
Keep
Always keep a backup.
backups. Where do
Always keep a
you
backup.
where do you keep your backups at?
In a undisclosed location on a
Oh,
budget
okay.
hard. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So like you have like
Yeah.
a cloud drive or like a
Yeah.
whatever.
So it's
Okay.
like I kind of have like a cloud drive type of thing going on, and I also have them all on physical drives, kind of sorted away like an archive.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I've got going on right now. And then eventually, I've been wanting to do this since like freshman year of high school, but I want to make a server of just like straight hard drives, and we just like
Oh,
to keep
nice.
my computer safe. Like the computer is just
Yeah.
like a terminal. We just make music off of there. That's great.
Uh-huh.
And then everything gets sent off to the hard drives over the network or something.
Uh-huh.
Very fast transfer, read and write. In a different room somewhere. You
Uh-huh.
know. So yeah, that's like the safest way I would think to do it. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't want to keep uh, put it on your computer on the
Yeah,
desktop.
yeah,
Like a
yeah.
lot of people, they just store everything on the desktop.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it. No.
That's the worst, yeah. Oh boy. So share an experience illustrating how your communication style makes you an effective artist.
Okay. I would say my communication style. I would like to say that like I tend to. Well, I've been told I've been very like empathetic, so I can really like empathize with most people. I can kind of really understand or like really get through or like really feel what people are feeling.
Mhm.
So it's like let's say if I'm working with an artist and it's like I know that they want to get something out and they're trying and it's like it's like I can tell you're nervous. I can tell that like you wrote this, you're ready to go, but you're just not loose yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all good. Don't worry. I'll be like, yo, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's straight. And it's like we'll chill for like a little bit. Like I'll make sure that you're comfortable. Be like, yo, it's all good. We'll just talk about not even music. We'll just talk about stuff. We'll just hang out. Like we'll even go out for a little bit. Like, yo, come ride with me. I gotta go somewhere. Like let's chill. Whatever. Just to make sure that it's all good. We just chill, get down to earth. We're on the same level. Like it's all good, dude. Like we're both people. We're both making music. It's fun. We ain't got nothing to worry about. It's all good. We make them comfortable, and then we come
Right.
back and they knock it out. Like they're cool.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like let's say if there's a certain thing that you can't like a certain like note, like for like say if you're singing a certain note, you can't
Mhm.
hit it, and I know you can hit it. I know you can because if you couldn't hit it, you wouldn't have written it. I know you can. So here's where like my eccentric, I guess, personality comes out of nowhere, where it's like, all right, cool. 1 second, let's pause the session. I'm gonna need you to run laps around my house. I'll run with you. You see what I'm saying?
Uh,
Now, it's very spontaneous, but
huh.
it kind of shows them like, yo, I'm ready to run with you wherever. Okay, you don't have nothing to be scared of, and also I'm trying to get your airwaves nice
Yeah.
and loose, get all your air to get your diaphragm calibrated. You can say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
Okay.
it's kind of like one of those team building exercises that managers do. It's like and it's like that's kind of like it's kind of how I do my thing. And then we come back and report it, and you knock it out because now you can breathe and you're comfortable. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like, I like to do things like that. I like to do weird things to get my results, unconventional things.
No,
So
that makes perfect sense. It's like me taking the kids to the dentist appointment, and
oh boy,
they're like, I don't want to do this, but you get a balloon and some treats in the end, some little toys.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna like this. I promise. I promise. Trust me. You know.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that method about running around.
Yeah.
So you do a little bit of PT, but then
Mhm.
I'm glad that you didn't say, "Hey, why don't you just go ahead and I'll catch you."
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like it's a trust fall, dude. I'm telling you. Like it's the whole fun thing about it. Trust. It's like you got to be able to trust your engineer. Seriously, you got to be able to trust your engineer. Be comfortable with your engineer, and
That's
like I
so
want you to
true.
know that like it's cool. Like I'm cool with you, bro. It's all good. We're making music and we're having fun. So your music is safe here. Don't worry.
Okay. So are you after at the end of the day, are you one of those people that tell them that hey, your music's trash? Like I mean to say it like
Oh well, I
in
mean.
a nice way,
In
like
a nice way, yeah, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, in a nice way. I'd be like, look, maybe, yeah, yeah, in a nice way. Maybe we could work on this just a little bit more. Like, yeah, yeah. There's definitely a nice way to go about things. Definitely,
Okay, well that's good. At least you don't say that.
definitely. There's definitely, yeah. There's a way to go about certain things.
Very true. So how do you stay motivated in producing new music?
um, dang, I live life and I try to go to as many shows as possible. I try to
Okay.
surround myself with like-minded individuals or just music.
Uh-huh.
Like most of my friends make music. Not like all of my friends make music, but it's like, most of my friends make music. I go to their shows. Sometimes some of my friends, they like to go to other shows, like they just like to enjoy, just
Oh,
concerts. So I'm like, yo, dude, I want to go, just live life,
yeah.
go enjoy a show. I usually find myself finding inspiration when I'm just out and about, like if I'm traveling or if I'm just like in a location and I'm like, dang, like, and I'll pull my phone out and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I just start like that. I kind of just pull inspiration from everything. Um, oh man, this is not good, but sometimes I get inspiration when bad things happen to me, kind of like a
Oh,
triumphant type of
oh,
thing. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like it, but it tends to work that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like a rose raising from the rubble.
mm,
So there's sometimes that happens, so
yeah.
yeah. I sometimes think about like song ideas I had when I was like little, but didn't know how to like execute or how to like really like put them into words. And
Uh-huh.
like now I have like the knowledge and expertise to actually like execute them. So I'll just remember like what I was trying to say when I was like 10 or something, and I'll give it a shot just with a different twist on it. Now I'm like older, and see how that goes. So yeah, I kind of just pull inspiration just from everywhere all the time, always. It's wild. It's like a vacuum.
Yeah. Yeah, the rose growing out from the crack. That reminds me of Tupac.
Yeah, yeah. For real.
Inspiration. Yeah, most definitely. So, what is the first thing that you listen for in a new recording?
First thing I listen for in a new recording,
Uh-huh.
like so let's say if I get a couple of files that from like not recorded here, I try to make sure that everything is game staged, all the levels
Mhm.
are right, and everything like there's like nothing in the mix that like jumps out, or nothing that's like super crazy or clipping,
Mhm.
nothing that's hard to edit. That's usually what I first look for when I get files. When I'm recording in the studio, I definitely try to make sure that there's no muddiness in their vocals, there's no muddiness in their voice.
Mm.
So I'll just have them tell me about their day. Like, yo, tell me what you
Oh,
yeah, like tell me what you did today. Like, what's up? And they'll be in the studio and they'll just be telling me what's up. And I'll just be EQing their voice, getting them ready. You know what I'm saying? Cutting off the low end, getting it real right. We'll have a conversation back and forth while I'm doing this. And we'll just like, you're like, okay, that's what's up, man. That's cool. I think we're ready. Cool. And then, we start recording. Like, I'll have everything set up by then. So I usually just try to make sure I get my levels right without them knowing that I'm getting my levels, you know?
oh,
So,
okay.
like, that's, I guess the short answer is the first thing I listen for is levels. I try to get the
Interesting.
levels as smooth and quickly as possible because no hangups. I know they just want to be in there and they just want to record and start rapping. So I got to do this like quick and swiftly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. So, like, if somebody comes in there and says, I had a real rough day today,
Oh yeah, okay. Tell me about it. So why? Like, so
and
why?
I need some gin and juice. No,
Word, yo, I got some Holy Cuervo and orange juice in the fridge. Hold on one second. Come on now.
so you're able to facilitate the levels for their voices
Mm.
because of how their day went, right?
Yeah, like they can just tell me because
Okay.
it's like as they're talking to me, it's like I hear their voice. Like, because it's
Yeah.
like like you get emotional. Sometimes your voice gets high, sometimes your voice gets low. So if you're just
Okay.
talking to me like regular, like if I tell you, hey, talk like this, you're gonna be too focused on talking like this. It's kind of like when
Ah.
it's kind of like an airplane pilot and you're teaching him how to fly a plane, and you're like, hey, don't hit that windmill. He's gonna focus on the windmill, and he probably might hit it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just like, hey, that's the runway right there. Look at that. That's it. Don't say anything else around you. Like, yo, that's the runway. That's it. And let them do their thing,
I
just
like
you don't
that.
want to, because then it's like like you think too hard. That's just how it is with anybody. You're
Yeah.
gonna think too hard about something. So like, yo, just talk to me. You talk to me. You're gonna tell me. You're gonna get to an emotional part in the story. Your voice is gonna get high. Cool, right
Uh-huh.
there. All right, that's cool. You're gonna talk. Your voice gets low. Okay, cool, right there. That's great. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like it's kind of interesting because I'm also like learning about you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
really, like I really have fun when I do this. Like it's really fun. It's like it's no joke.
That's hilarious. Sounds like my son, like, okay, that's the runway. That's it.
That's the runway.
He's like, Mom, you're giving too much, too much info sometimes. Overload.
Yeah, see, yeah, it be like that.
That's hilarious. So, what is one important lesson that you've learned in working in the music business?
Oh man, one important thing I learned about working in
Yeah.
the music business, keep
Yeah.
contracts. Keep contracts, definitely.
Okay.
Keep a record of everything. Keep things organized. Keep a file of everything,
Mm,
definitely. And pay your taxes. Pay your taxes.
yeah. Uncle Sam gonna be looking for you.
Exactly. Yes, definitely. Pay your taxes.
Yeah.
That's the one thing to learn about the music industry.
Okay. Okay. If you weren't producing music, what would you be doing?
Man, if I wasn't producing music, I probably would probably be in IT,
Oh.
either working IT or maybe working on cars. Probably have like my own like speed shop, and I'll have some of my friends that work on cars. They come and like modify or repair cars and stuff like that. That'd be
Okay.
pretty cool. I'll probably do something like that. Um, Dang. I'm not quite sure. Like consulting, I really do like enjoy consulting. I like to like help people improve like their creative process or like let's say if like you're having trouble with something, I can give you some insight. Like, oh, this worked for me. Maybe I can, yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sounds like you really like that Fast and Furious wave.
Yeah, kind of sort of. Yeah, I do.
Me too.
Love radiant cars, man.
So, how has the internet and social media influenced your career?
Mm. The internet and social media has influenced my career a lot because back then, okay, so I was really young when I started making music. So like this is like early 2000s. Like the internet wasn't as like it definitely blew up. Dot com boom, great. It blew up, but like it didn't have the influence that it has now. And
Mhm.
the amount of like internet real estate that you have now matters so much more now
Mm,
than it did back then. You know what I'm saying? Like we were all just
right,
the internet was new back then. People were just doing things and just, but like now people know the real power of the internet and it's
right.
like, yo, you got to make sure that you have your marketing on point, advertising on point. You got to make sure that you know your audience. You got to make sure that you're in tune. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like people were just doing that back then, and they weren't even really thinking about it. But like now, like it's. So with that being said, it's like I usually have to pay attention. Oh, there goes Koopy right there.
Yeah, I love the doggy.
Yeah,
So cute.
he's chilling. Yeah.
He's like, "What's up,
Um,
y'all?"
yeah. He usually that's the studio dog. I always say that's the studio dog. He comes in, he likes to chill on sessions. But yeah, but definitely with that being said, as far as the internet, yeah, definitely, I definitely pay attention to like my audience. I definitely engage with people more. I definitely message people back a lot more. Like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because it's like before, you're meeting a lot of people. It's just people on the internet.
right.
Like now you're actually building relationships with these.
Mm,
You gotta check in. You gotta make sure they're good. You gotta
mhm,
make sure that your business is running right because you got to make sure that the right traffic is coming towards your business.
mhm,
SEO, stuff like that. It's way more important now if you're trying to
mhm.
get by in the creative space or just in the business space because like the internet is powerful. It's
Yeah.
powerful now, so it's definitely
Yeah.
changed how I navigate my music career because it's like you gotta place things correctly and move right so the internet sees it nicely. So.
Yeah. And with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
how they go. I love Marvel and DC comic.
That is so true. You gotta be careful. You can end up in some places,
I'm
man.
telling you. So, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
If I could change one thing about the music industry, I would like to change. I would like to change, well, two things: how producers and engineers get paid. Make sure that they
Mm,
get their credits, so people know who engineered the song, who produced the
right.
song, and the producers and engineers get paid nicely. I would also like for for how much a stream is to be upped a little bit, but I also kind of know like why it's so low, but I don't like it. But there are definitely ways that they can up it a bit, but they just don't do it. You know,
Oh,
I would love for that to change. Um, and I I feel like I feel like there are some very talented people in the music industry, but
uh-huh.
some people don't care, and it
Mm,
sucks. So I want to make like a platform for like those secret niche people that are actually good, like really good. Like
mhm,
they need to be put out. Like they need to have more focus because
right.
it's like I feel like I'm not gonna say like the same thing happens every time, or it's like we've been seeing the same things, but it's like you know I just feel like you can throw some new stuff in there. You know, they're
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
this is very nice, this is great, but this is also nice too. You know, this is really nice as
Yeah.
well. They're both really nice. You know, I just feel like the industry and like the people that make money in the industry
Mhm.
are just focused on this. You know,
Mm,
I feel like we should all focus on because I mean it's this there's more here. There's different stuff here, and I feel like if we tap in, like it would be good for everybody. You know,
mhm.
there are a lot of talented people here. You
Right,
know,
right.
people don't listen to, and it sucks. You know, so yeah.
So how would you connect the dots, right? How would you fill in the gap so that way, everyone has a chance?
Definitely a way that I would fill in the gap is I would love. So I've always wanted to make a label. I'm just telling myself that I'm running it now, just to put myself in the mind space, But I want to make a label called Birdhouse Recordings, and it's like
Ah,
a cohort of very talented pigeons. And what it is, it's like I want it to be like a subsidiary of like a one of the big three. So like United or Atlantic or Sony,
right.
one of those places. So it's not like a deal, but yes, it is a deal, but it's like I have the like creative direction and the right to
Mhm.
do however what I want under Sony or under
Right.
Atlantic or whatever. So under Atlantic, my own label, and I produce these artists and producers and engineers, and it's like, okay, this is our team. And it's like I go out and we go out and we just go around and be like, yo, you make music. If it's really good, we think it's great, yo, we can make music with you. And that's kind of
Mhm.
like, what I'm saying, we're with Sony, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we can make music together. We can make some, what I'm saying, that we can make like a couple EPs, couple singles, couple albums together, and that's kind of like a record deal. So it's like my label,
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I would tap in there, you know. So
Oh, okay. This is sidebar, but you could probably hit up Mike Tyson because he's really into pigeons. Uh,
oh yeah, yeah,
I'm just
definitely. I really want to get Mike Tyson in the music video. I've always said that I need him on the music video. And
yeah, because I mean you've seen his show, right, on him caring for the pigeons.
yeah, was it didn't he have that the animated show, right?
Yeah, it was like a kind of more of like a reality thing where
Okay,
he
yeah,
has like an actual. I don't know if he does
okay.
it anymore, but
Yeah,
he
then
actually
yeah,
has
then yeah, I know what show you're talking about. Then
a
yes,
bunch
yeah.
of pigeons that he
I
cares
always thought
for.
that was cool. I need him in a music video. I don't know how, but I always told myself I'm gonna get in contact with Mike Tyson and I need to get him in a music video with all of his pigeons. Like I need it. Need it, dude. It needs to happen. So
Well, I have to call out Skywalker Boxing. Maybe he can hook us up.
oh
He's
dude,
a guy
dude,
into
it'll be amazing.
right. I'll give you his info after this.
oh.
Um, so I know that that's what you want to do for changing in the music industry, but where do you find your inspiration? I know you mentioned a little bit on uh, just the different various of artists, but what else
Mm,
that you find
um,
inspiration from?
I would say a lot of the African music that my parents listen to.
Okay,
Definitely, yeah. My parents are always playing like African music, so it's like a lot of the tribal music. Um,
nice.
my dad used to listen to a lot of soukous music when I was growing up. So it's like a lot of guitars, all that stuff, calypso and stuff like that. So I was really inspired by that. The beats, like the drum
Mm,
beats and the rhythms that was going on in there. I thought
yeah.
that was cool. Like they don't count normally. Like
Mm.
it's not normal counting, and it sounds really nice and like it's got bounce to it. And I really like. So I feel like that's where like my sound came from, just hearing all of that growing up, all of that African music and that calypso and Jamaican music,
Yeah.
that gave it like the bounce. Because it's like I'm just trying to like recreate what I hear, like that like nice, like that really nice glossy sounding music,
Right,
like
right,
the
right, right.
earthly sounding music. Like I'm really trying to recreate that because that's what I'm used to hearing. Like I've always heard it. So it's like, yeah, yeah, definitely my parents definitely brought a lot of that inspiration to me and them taking me out and playing a lot of music. So
Wow. That's great. Yeah, I went to Hollywood, right? And I saw
mm,
went to an African store and there was a bunch of music like old school, I don't know if it's CDs or what type of
mm.
anyway, I wanted to purchase something, but I wasn't sure what to purchase. Um
Honestly, if you purchase any of them, you'd be fine.
yeah. Yeah, I'm into the whole island thing too, and but I managed to get some incense, so I've been
Mm,
burning it up like
there
Christmas.
you go. There you go. Yeah, we got that. We got the good stuff.
You gotta get the energy right. So,
Mhm.
what was the best advice ever given to you?
Mm. The best advice ever given to me was from my dad. He said, always make sure. Dang, what did he say? I have it. I put it in a song too. He said, always make sure that you do the things that make you happy, not for someone else. Do the things that's right for you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So always make sure that you basically, yeah, just make sure that you're doing what you know is right for you. Don't do the wrong thing, but just make sure that you're not always trying to please somebody, or just make sure that
Hmm.
you put yourself first. Make sure that you take care of your stuff first. Make sure that you're happy. Your happiness is number one. Because if you're not happy, you can't do anything. You get depressed. You don't want to do nothing. So your happiness is number one. So
Yeah, so true. Self love, it's I think it's just like we were talking about the plane, like flying on the plane, and the oxygen. If you need oxygen, you need to put the mask on first before you can
mm,
help anybody else.
yeah, because
So,
if you don't have oxygen, you're dead. You can't help nobody when you're dead. So
right. Exactly. So, what's next for Epure, and what message would you like to give your fans and up and coming artists?
man, what's next for me? What's next for me? I have a bunch of new singles coming out. A lot of really fun stuff that I've been recording. I've kind of been like away from Instagram a little bit, but I've been working in the studio, recording a lot of new stuff, kind of trying out new things. So I got a bunch of singles. I have an EP coming out soon called "How I Feel Right Now."
Oh,
It's finally ready to go. So people who know about that EP, that know about like, because I've talked about it before, the people that know, yes, the time is soon. We're coming. I promise. Don't worry. So I'm really excited about that. How I feel right now, either sometime in December or maybe next year. So there you go. That's what's going on. My birthday is coming up next month,
oh
and
wow.
I'm thinking about throwing a festival, kind of like a little like a little concert festival type of thing. So I'll have all my artists that I've made songs with or work with, or whoever, people that I like.
Okay.
Just come through. They come perform. It's kind of like a concert. So it's like everybody comes and enjoys like the work that we've done. And you come and enjoy. There's gonna be food, cotton candy, a bounce house, and live music. So yeah, I want to do
Yeah.
that for my birthday. Like I want to celebrate my birthday that way with all of my friends and people enjoying what we do. So
Oh
the
wow.
flyer's coming out soon.
Okay.
When the flyer drops, be there. It's gonna be fun. Bring the kids.
Oh,
Yes.
oh
Yeah,
okay. Is
yeah.
it
So
when is your birthday?
November 10th. I'm most likely going to do it on the weekend of the 10th. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Further details coming soon. So yeah,
Nice. I'm
yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
and
I'm really excited about it. But
and and what would you like to advice would you like to give the music artists?
the advice I would like to give to the music artists, stay focused. Just stay focused. Stay focused, man. Don't There are going to be so many things going on, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't really know what you're doing, and that's not that like that's okay. That's fine. But
Right.
don't let that like steer you off the course, because it's like if you got something inside you that just keeps telling you the same thing over and over again,
Yeah.
that's your calling. That's what that is. You need to listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody throw you off of that.
Mm.
Some way somehow you're going to figure it out, and it'll work. Just stay focused. Don't let anybody throw you off, because you got people that like don't get it. You got people that are purposely try to throw you off, and you just got people that like just stay focused. That's it. Just stay focused.
Mm.
You
And
got this.
how do you stay focused?
um a beat a day, a beat a day. I paint a picture a day, remind myself that we got to make it through. Yes, one of my lines I put in the song. I try to make a beat a day. Definitely try to do something with audio a day.
Oh.
Play one of my songs that I've done something whenever I'm feeling like down, or whenever I feel like,
Mm.
man, am I really doing this? Like, yo, I play something. I'm like, yo, that's like, we made that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we do this. Like, yo, come on. Like, yeah, we do this, bro. What's up? Come on, you do this. What's going on? So you just got to remind yourself sometimes. That's how you stay focused. Just remember, like, you got this. You know what you're doing. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know what you're doing. You knew what you're doing up until this point to get yourself in this position. So you got it. It's all good. Don't worry.
Okay. I like that. A beat a day.
A beat a day. A beat a day.
Not a beat down a day.
Not a beat down.
Right.
No, not a beat down.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Epure. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment to all the episodes on End the Know 360 on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's continue to please, please, please support the Unity for Social Justice. And let's free Monster Yo and others that need help as well, need support. This has been a broadcast of Showing Love Full Circle between Endino 360 and Epure. Please stand by, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, and have a wonderful and blessed day. Salute.
Salute.